Well, my friend, it would seem that things are not going well for you.
I can hide nothing from you, Effendi. It is because of my cousin Abdul, the seedsman. Abdul is also the cabinet maker, sausage maker, professor of ancient literature, and a tap dancer by night at the port.
He wishes you to do a duet with him and wants you to wear a feather dress, is that it?
No, he is angry with his wife because of their daughter. She was seen in the company of a stranger a few evenings ago while she was going to the well. Since then, she hasn't returned. Abdul's wife is worried about the girl, but Abdul doesn't want to hear speak of it as he's afraid that it will bring shame on his family.
And you are also worried, which explains your distress.
Yes, she's a lovely young girl. But it is mostly because my wife is the cousin of Abdul's wife, and she told me that if I did nothing, she would smash everything I own, and I would no longer be welcome in the bedroom.
What does your niece look like?
A tall and beautiful young girl with a great black sari. Say, you must consort with strangers. You could ferret out a bit of information, could you not?
I will do my best. Let us see if I cannot salvage some objects from the surroundings, which may be useful before returning to the cursed temple. A small, empty flask, still intact. This strange scale might help in some way. Garlic. That could prove to be very handy. Let us head to the museum. Let us head to the museum. Am I disturbing you?
Not at all. I was just going to shave. I slept here last night, as I have for the past 10 nights. I have so much work that I can't leave, and with all of these thieves. But I thought you had left for the Blood Rocks. I am astonished that you have returned.
Yes, as am I. I am coming to see you because...
Watch out!
Are you all right? Have you been hurt?
No, I don't think so. But what happened? Someone tried to kill me, and you saved my life.
I think I was the one targeted. I do not think that my visit to the Blood Rocks was appreciated by all. This knife is covered with a strange substance. Watch out. Tell me, can I borrow this?
Certainly. What do you want?
Listen, I am pressed for time, and I must ask a favor. Certain items in your museum appear to legitimately belong to a group that desires to have them returned. Here is the list they gave to me. Can you entrust them to me, so that I might return the artifacts to them?
Indeed. These items were seized by the authorities and entrusted to the museum while awaiting their inspection. The official procedure requires that the people who are claiming them provide proof during an inquest that these items do in fact belong to them. Based on what I see, it consists of artifacts from the Coptic cult. The Copts are not well favored by the authorities at the moment. I doubt they would recuperate the items even if they followed procedure.
It is vital for me that they get these artifacts returned. Is there no solution?
Hold on, here's a hint for you. It's an ancient Egyptian measurement of volume. It is chipped, and we have dozens. It will make a wonderful souvenir. As for our matter, I have here a list of goods embezzled by looters, or simply stolen here in the museum. It's a veritable treasure. If found, the authorities will completely forget about the very existence of the Coptic artifacts, and I will give them to you. Here is a necklace that was part of the stolen artifacts and was found. Much of this plunder is the same. This might help you, perhaps.
I shall depart, Director. One of the beads of the necklace that the Director gave me is a diamond of great value. Let us find someone who can give me information regarding this knife.
Yes, Effendi? You would like to buy something from me?
Does this tell you anything?
Where did you find this, Effendi? Hide it before anyone shall see us.
He passed with great speed not far from me. I have a tendency to return objects that have been dropped to their owners.
You have courage, Effendi. The courage of a fool faced with death. I could keep quiet, but you have done a great service for me. And your baggage is at my place. It would fetch a good price if anything untoward happened. Isn't that right?
Understood. If anything bad should happen, my luggage is yours. Now, who does this knife belong to?
It is an Ottoman blade. It belongs to a Turk who lives near here. He is in cahoots with the worst thieves and smugglers in all of Cairo. It is even said that he is their boss and is feared like the plague even amongst the police. He has killed as many men as there are fleas on a donkey, and I do not want to be next. No, not Mustafa. He is not at home this morning. I saw him heading towards the port a few minutes ago. He looked on edge. If you go by his house, be discreet, because the neighbors are curious and on the watch at all times.
How will I recognize the Turk's house?
Oh, quite easily. Those people are not like us. Take the road that runs along the bazaar, and you'll find the house just after.
Farewell now, my friend. I must find the Turk's house. This lock is rather sophisticated, but with a bit of logic, I should be able to open it. There. Perfect. Open. A miniature pyramid. Curious. A black sphinx without a face. Ah, there are some hieroglyphs. Perhaps I shall learn more thanks to this statuette. This might be useful. I am taking it. Why, there is a parchment that has just been torn. Let us see. This could be interesting. I found it! These jewels strongly resemble those of the necklace which the director entrusted me. Mustafa told me that this man operated in contraband. A brazier, still glowing. Damnation! There was a cobra in this large vase. Impossible to approach the door if I don't find a way to get rid of it. There. Perfect. A key. It must have been in the serpent's vase. Open. This letter was written just 2 days ago. This letter was written rapidly. The monster must have been pressed to leave again. A solar disk. Curious. This sachet is not a part of the stolen goods. It contains gold powder. I cannot transport all of these artifacts stolen by this Turk and his acolytes. I must return to the director as quickly as possible. All of these precious items have been stolen, there is no doubt. All of these Let us head to the museum.
I don't know how to thank you for recovering these stolen artifacts. The police just brought them, but unhappily, they were unable to put their hands on this Turk. But they know his name, Suleiman. He won't get far. The authorities, as well as the museum, will draw great prestige from the reinstitution of this stolen treasure.
If it can contribute to improving the opinion that the locals have of Westerners. Can I have the Coptic artifacts?
Here, they are in this sack. And keep the necklace which I entrusted you. It's not on my inventory, and it will make a perfect souvenir.
I shall depart, Director. Look at this parchment. Do you recognize these hieroglyphs?
Yes, they are classic symbols from ancient Egypt. I have a book on this very subject over there on my desk. You could take a look.
Fine. All of that must be deciphered. I found it!
What do you want?
I found this statuette at our man's hideout. What can you tell me about it?
It represents the Black Sphinx without a face, the artifact of the impious cult of which we spoke. The Black Sphinx is one of the shapes of the Black Man without a face, one of the ancient cursed gods. Usually, the Sphinx is placed near a building to guard it. When the building is a tomb, the Sphinx protects the corpse within. It's a bodyguard, if you will permit my little joke. As for the hieroglyphs, they represent a phrase or a name, or possibly both. This phrase is pronounced Nayar-hut, or more likely, Lut-hotep. Nayar-lut-hotep, that's it! I would have trouble giving you the exact signification without much research, and we seem to have little time. I must recommend, however, that you dispose of this artifact at the soonest opportunity. It will only bring bad luck.
I shall depart, Director. Good evening. Here are the objects that you asked for. I've also succeeded in finding the solar disk missing from the cross.
Your steps are guided by Saint Mark, my son. It is a miracle that you have accomplished this. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. In order to replace the objects that were found on the cross, I have this host for you which will be necessary. I do not know two of the other artifacts, but they were certainly common items, because nothing was consigned to me by my predecessors. They must, however, be feared by demons, and you seem to know a lot about that matter.
But some artifacts are still missing. Is something worrying you?
We will need some holy water to pour into a cup for one of the arms. I don't have any more. I can, with the artifacts you have brought me, perform the water benediction ceremony in my role as priest. The water here is unsuitable for benediction. The aura emanating from the tomb, as well as the recent flock of birds, have sullied the waters hereabouts. I will require water that hasn't touched the earth, such as rainwater. But it is the dry season, and it won't rain for days, if not weeks.
I cannot suffer such a delay. I will attempt to find a solution and bring you some suitable water as soon as possible.
A small quantity will suffice.
Goodbye, Herodotus.
The heavens be with you, my child. Be full of courage.
Fine. Now I must find some water that hasn't touched the earth. But what is it, my friend? You seem to be in an ill humor.
My wife has locked me out because of my niece. She hasn't set foot back in the house, and I'm not allowed to return home myself until the girl is found.
Good luck then. Such tragedy for this family. What will they do if they learn the truth? They will think me mad, and worse, they might take vengeance on all Westerners and spread this hatred to the whole of Cairo. Fine. Now I must find some water that hasn't touched the earth.
I am listening, my child.
Here is some water that comes from air and has not touched the ground. It should be suitable.
The heavens are with you, my son. I can bless this water. Here, my child. You must go alone to the tomb. I must pray in the chapel and recite the rites which will open the seal for you. Besides, the access is difficult for a man of my age.
You have been there.
An old man of God knows the cornerstones of life. He also knows what may be the throes of death. An innocent young girl succumbed in this damned place. Despite being a Muslim, she has a Christian grave. It goes against tradition, but her soul will rest in peace from now on.
She died in the clutches of the monster, who leaves behind him a long list of similar tragedies. Nevertheless, her family is not worried, because they are not fully informed. What can we do?
Tell them the truth. But know that a Muslim buried by a Christian will certainly cause numerous misunderstandings, and probably worse. You know more than I about this business. Your decision will be wise.
After having gone past the cross, is there anything else I need to do?
According to the ancient priest's reports, you must find a secret passage just after the cross. To open it, you must put a gold deben and a hinu of cursed blood into a basin. I do not know what it signifies. Directly afterwards, the sun must hit the summit of the pharaoh's tombs. Again, I can't help you, but the heavens are with you. You will succeed.
Goodbye, Herodotus.
The heavens be with you, my child. Be full of courage.
I am missing certain pieces of information. No,
I am listening, my child.
I found this statuette. Can you tell me about it?
It is a black sphinx without a face. One of the shapes of the black man without a face who cries at the moon. It is a cursed object. Smashing it would be the best.
What does the inscription on the side mean? The director of the museum pronounced it as Nai Ar Lut Hotep.
Hieroglyphs are alien to me, but I know this name. It is the name of the black man without a face, messenger of the ancient gods. His name signifies, there is no sleep past the threshold, or there is no peace after judgment. Do you understand what that means? The threshold is the passage between life and death, which corresponds to man's acts on the day of judgment, and whether one has a right to heaven or hell. Those who call upon the black man with no face are condemned to eternal damnation. This could take the form of a soul wandering for eternity, screeching through the black void. But it could also take the form of a creature neither dead nor alive, hiding amongst mortals, subject to an unspeakable hatred and eternal torment.
Goodbye, Herodotus.
The heavens be with you, my child. Be full of courage.
I must return to the temple. I am prepared. Who knows what awaits me?